Hey everyone, it's Sarada and I scribble, and I have recovered from my cold, but I might still sound a bit strange, so I'm sorry. Today is a sketchbook tour, and it's another sketchbook tour because during Inktober I finished a bunch and I have to be done with them. So yes, but before that I just want to remind you I am running a giveaway right now. It's for my 300 subscribers. I'm giving away my Inktober zine, one copy to one lucky winner. So if you want to enter that, head over onto that video. There's a link up there in the description. Wow, in the info card, and there will be a link in the description as well. So if you want to take part in that, please go check it out. There's 1 week left. It ends on Monday next week. But yeah, we're gonna get into this. And Inktober absolutely finished this one off because I think the last half of it is just all of my Inktober sketches. So let's check it out. Okay, so date is down here. I'm not sure how well you'll be able to see it, but it lasted me from the beginning of June till the beginning of November, so about 5 months I think. So on the first page I drew some concept stuff for my Falling Stars characters Ravi and Neela. All of this is still very prelim. Falling Stars is one of those series I am not quite sure what I'm doing with yet. Like, I have an outline and I have ideas, but putting them down and finalizing them has been very hard for me. And then I was trying to do a 30-day art challenge thing, so I drew some leaves, and I've been trying to practice my cursive, but it's ugly as hell. I drew some noses, I drew some hair. I got the Pentel pocket brush here somewhere, so I tried to practice with it, but I am still not friends with that brush. It's too flexible. I can't deal. I drew some centangles, some geometric shapes, I guess, and baseball gloves in various shapes and forms. I drew an opal, and I'm not sure if the camera can pick this up, but like the gel pen, the signal reacted to the paper, just made the highlights really intense for some reason. I don't know. Looks better in real life. I binged Melanie Martinez music and doodled some stuff. Some My 11 Boys and Jasper. I think we're getting into the binge watching Steven Universe portion of this. I wasn't happy with how skinny my own quartz OC was, so I took to practicing, drawing mostly Jasper and then drawing some of rose quartz as well, and I did some like analysis to their face shapes and stuff. So this one I'm a little bit more happy with. Her shoulders were still not broad enough, and she was a little bit too skinny still, but it was a work in progress. And then I love Jasper to the point where I made a fan fusion for my OC Citrine and her, and I can't with myself. But yeah, I used sunstone, but I call them solsten because in Swedish you say solsten, but anywho. So I just thought solsten sounded better than sunstone. So yeah, this was like early idea stuff, and I wanted citrine to be able to fuse with amethyst too, so of course they had to be an ametrine. And I also did garnet. So citrine and garnet makes unakite, I think. And then I think I started playing Odin Sphere Liftdrasir, so some Gwendolyn fan art and some Oswald fan art. This is actually, I did a speed paint of Gwendolyn. I'll link it. More Solston stuff. I'm still kind of considering giving her short hair, even though both Jasper and Citrine have super long fluffy hair. I kind of want to give her short hair just because. And then I wanted to try drawing beta opal or raw opal or whatever, so I did some very loose sketches. And here's my monster girl. She actually has a name now. Her name is Almathea, and just Alma for short, and I am actually working on the story for her and Monster Boy. Monster Boy still doesn't have a name. I'm very undecisive about him, but yeah, I've been working a lot with them and I'm really excited about that. I kind of want to make videos on it, like how I develop characters and their stories, but I don't know. More Solston stuff, Jasper and Citrine, and then I did a raw Solston just to sort of merge their designs. Some Adventure Time prelim beta sketch and then the finalized version that I made into a watercolor piece. Another monster girl I did. The previous one was too cute, so I wanted to draw something a little bit more creepy and I came up with this one. This was for screen cap redraw challenge thing. I drew Goenji from 2011 and I tried to freehand the pose so many times. It was just very frustrating. Some more Steven Universe, some Peridot and Pearl, and then these were some prelim sketches for a thank you drawing I did for Renemy here on YouTube. As a thanks for the support. This was for Instagram. I hit 50 followers on Instagram, so I drew a little doodle. Comic thumbnails, characters I wanted to have in that comic. And then Pokemon Go started up. So I drew my little trainer, like a quick character sheet. This was for another thank you sketch. This is Bubblegum and Marceline and animal suits. Some notations, more notations. I tried cross-hatching or hatching in general. It's pretty fun. And I put down post-its, like to color areas. Sketches for a watercolor painting I did. And tattoo ideas and a trade I did on Instagram. I have a speed paint for this one as well. I drew some Stevani after mindful education. Oh my god, that episode, guys. I feel like I'm not good at drawing Stevani, so I haven't dared draw them in a video yet. I need to practice more. This one I want to make into like a digital piece because it turned out really cool. This is Jellybee's character Zach, and I wanted to draw her some fan art, so I did some test sketches and trying to get a feel for the character. And this was the final sketch, and I have done a watercolor / Posca marker drawing of that. Some female torsos, because I like drawing female torsos. This was another art challenge prompt. And then Persona 5 was released in Japan, and I'm not as excited about that game as I want to be. Now that I know we're getting Japanese VA in the English version, I am very happy, but I'm still not as excited as I could be. So I decided to make myself an OC to make myself feel better. So this is Shizuka. Yeah, they're a very preliminary middle of their design process. More Shizuka. Another prompt. It was supposed to gender bend yourself. And I have a little brother, so I basically just drew him because I'm pretty sure that that is what I would look like if I was a boy. This was the prelim sketch for this thing, which was another prompt. You were supposed to redraw an old drawing, I think. The original is from 2008, and this is Mars. Here I started prepping for Inktober. These are some just overall test sketches for Amethyst. I tried to get a feeling for her design or how I wanted it to look. So here is the sketch for the watercolor painting I did of her. And here is Steven. And then, yeah, here are some sketches for Shinda, my first mushi-shi piece. And I was trying out some different ways of cross hatching. And here are some of my prelims for my second mushi-shi piece, which was Maho. Here's the sketch for Shinda, more Maho, and a Shizuka. These are some commission sketches to design the character. And here are some more Inktober. This was Garnet and Pearl. More Inktober, Tsukino. This was my first Peridot sketch that didn't turn out too well, or my first Peridot ink, I should say, because I redid the entire thing. More Peridot practice. Peridot is so hard to draw, like seriously, guys. People who can draw Peridot, I envy them. More Peridot, and this was more practice for my third Inktober piece. My third mushi-shi Inktober piece, which was Sui. I don't remember what I was trying to do here, but Venus turned out looking very girly, and I'm not sure what I was doing with Ion. My witch Sona, Sleepy Petals for Inktober. This was just a throwaway scribble sketch page. Here is C. And then I started working on Jasper, Inktober, drawing of her. I think I went with this one in the end, but I also went in and did both hers and rose quartz sketches digitally, just to make it easier on myself. I was struggling so much, I wasn't sure how to execute it. This was another one. This one looks actually pretty different compared to the Inktober piece, but this is the base for Sigma and Epsilon. And here was just throwaway doodle of Sigma, and then I started making notes for my monster girl and my monster boy. And the thing is, his name is Alexander here, but I don't like that name. So, like, he has no name. Strike that. And most of these notes aren't too accurate. They were just like base stuff. And so far the beta name for the story is just the cultural exchange. And basically there are humans and folk in this world that they live in, very basic, and a lot of places run cultural exchange programs because the humans take up way more space than the folk do because they have a faster reproduction rate. Basically, they just outpopulated the folk. And because the folk are so different compared to the humans, they tend to live more secluded lives. So that is basically the grounds for all of this. So Almathea is third eye waterfolk, or three-eyed waterfolk. Waterfolk has no gender, but they do tend to gravitate towards like one gender or another. So Almathea in particular uses she/her pronouns. And then there's Monster Boy, who is Smogfolk. They have gender and he's male. He looks very different right now. These are very early sketches. I basically just redrew the Inktober piece I did. And this doodle, you can't see it at all because the text on the back is shadowing over it. But I tried to draw Alma and Monster Boy, but yeah, I was having a bad art day. More notes, and then more of Alma. I just wanted to get down like where her gill markings are. So yeah, and then some absolutely awful kana type because I wanted to test out the Tombow Fudenosuke because this is kind of what they're made for. They're made for calligraphy, like. So I wanted to try that, but ignore my absolute awful handwriting. More of that. The last page is my swatch page, and this paper is actually pretty good. Even though it's very thin, it ghosts a lot, but the only pens that actually bled through the paper were the alcohol markers. So it's pretty good. And this here is my Pentel Pocket Brush swatch, and that one over there is 5 swipes. Did not bleed through at all. So I really like this paper, even though it's thin. It's pretty great for sketching. But yeah, that was this sketchbook, 5 months worth of sketches. This one has been more of a experimental sketchbook. I haven't been too precious with the drawings in here, which is why there is like a lot of text and half done. So yeah, that is basically what this one has been. It's been stuff. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Please do, if you haven't, take a moment to subscribe. You can hit that button down below. Join in for more fun art videos. You can also follow me on Instagram and Twitter at @SutterTheScribbles. Links to those will be down below, as well as to my Etsy, my Tumblr, and my Redbubble store. Check those out if you like. And until next time, keep on scribbling, friends. Bye!